What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Smoke has been very interesting the last couple of days. It's been like sometimes it's all of a sudden just comes in. Like today, this morning, it's chill, out on the field, no big deal, and then all of a sudden this afternoon just rolled in, couldn't see anything. What's up, Pablo? What's up, Noah? Perez, welcome. What's up, Autumn? So hopefully you guys have been able to do something. Hopefully that yoga and that home workout I sent last week kept you guys busy. All right. Oh, Perez, connecting. What's up?
What's up, Matt?
What happened to your hair?
It looked good. What do you mean?
I'm just saying, what happened? I haven't seen that short on the side before.
Dude, you haven't seen me in like a while. That's why.
Did you go to Lalo's guy or what?
Had to.
Yeah, of course. Is that how it's supposed to look, or is it just bad hair day?
I just said don't mess me up like Matt Marquez, and so they said,
Oh, okay.
got you.
Come on now, you can't. Don't be like that. How train's going?
Training's good. We had an off day today, so.
Got it.
Nice.
Is it dyed at all? Do you dye at all, or no? Is it just this lighting?
No. It looks good, Matt. Trust.
Hey, you do you.
In person, it looks better.
I haven't seen you like that in, I don't know, ever. So let's get started.
Do it.
So how have training's been going the last couple weeks? So those who don't know, Perez is at Santa Clara right now. What year are you?
I am a junior.
Plays wide back, and obviously now with the whole COVID situation, season's canceled. So what does that mean for you guys? What are you guys doing right now?
So we're still training for right now. There's still updates coming in the next week or so, but as of right now, we're still training right now. So yeah.
What does training look like? Contact?
Well, it's been there is contact, but it's been super weird, especially this last week with all the fires and whatnot. But yeah, it's contact, but we kind of eased into it, so not too long, like an hour-long training, and then just getting back into the mix of things.
Got it.
It's been good.
I got pretty good just to be back on the field and like
Yeah,
with contact.
it was fun. It was fun seeing everyone, seeing the new faces. Also, just lots of fun, especially finally playing like 99 10v10s.
Yeah.
Back.
Dang, nice. Cool. Let's go into your background. So, where were you born? Where did you grow up? Where did you play?
So, born in Roseville, in the Sacramento area, 916, represent, baby. And then I played, I think, comp. I started comp like I want to say at 6 years old. I played for Placer for 10 years, Placer United. And then after Placer, there was this big hype. Sac Republic just got the academy, so there was this big hype. Hundreds of kids decided to try out. And so I decided to try out for Sac Republic. I got an offer for the team, and so then I played for Sac Republic in the academy for 3 years. And then in those 3 years, last year I took a gap year, and then I ended up at Santa Clara. Played 2 years in Santa Clara, and this is going into my third year right now.
So, when you transferred to Sac, you were a freshman? What year were you when you transferred to Sac Republic?
Sac Republic, I was my junior. It was either my sophomore or junior year of high school.
How did you decide to make that transition? Because I know a lot of people, right? They play like maybe MPL team or they play on the team, and they're like, I don't know if I transition to a team. Was it, I assume, further away?
It was like 40 trainings were like 45 minutes away, but it was like so Sac Republic just got the USL team, right? And so then 2 years later they just got the academy, basically the academy. And so there was this big hype about they just got an academy, and so you see all the best players from this club, Sac United, Class United, San Juan, all the club teams from the MPL. There's probably like 200 300 kids at the tryouts. It was like a big thing in the Sac area. Yeah, big. And so then you see all these kids. It was like almost like a super team of that area, the Sac area. And so then like everyone was there. And so then if you got an offer, it was like you can't like say no. It was kind of the next level up. And so
was it a good choice? Because I know a lot of people like they play club, right? And they're like, I don't know if I should it's a further commute to play on the maybe the teams a little better. Would you say it's worth it?
For some people it is. For some people it wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of people. I think we maybe started with over 30 players, and I would say maybe like 8 or 10 just like, few by few just drop out, couldn't just go with it. Because all these guys were like the superstars of their teams or whatnot, and then now they're like, oh, you know what, I want to go back to club and whatnot. And so for me, I think it was the right decision because there was more trainings, it was with the higher level players, and so and it was free, it was paid for, and so for me, I thought it was the best decision for me at that point.
Were you playing when you first came in, or do you have to work your way in?
I had to work my way in, and so
What?
when I played at Placer, I did not defend whatsoever
You didn't
at
defend.
all.
What
I
position
did
you?
not. That was the one thing. Like every coach is like, "Oh, dude, you don't defend, blah blah blah. You need to get, you're good, work your butt off in defense." I was like, "Dude, like I'm a 10. I'm an attacking mid. I don't defend. This is me, right?" And then I got to Sac Republic, and then I remember we played a scrimmage, and then I'm on the bench. I'm like, "Wow." I'm like, "Damn." I'm driving all this way, making my parents drive all this way. It was like a reality check, right? And so then I had to work my way off and then work my way up, and then that's when I actually started defending and started, working my butt off, staying for trainings, after trainings, and then eventually got into the mix of things. Got my spot on the team.
Would you say it was kind of like a mindset switch when you were there?
Definitely a mindset.
All right,
Because
let's.
I thought if I was being honest, if I was at Placer, I was like, oh wow, like there wasn't too much competition, but there was like once I got to Sac Republic, it was like everyone's fighting for every single position, so it was like and the level was that much higher, and so I needed to basically raise my level. It's like everyone's basically as good as you, so you need to set yourself apart. You need to do every single thing. You can't lack off like one second or whatnot.
So you just said a little bit, but like you stayed after training, you get there early. Were you train on your own to like catch up, basically, or to?
Yeah, basically to catch up. Or I would go because I mean, there's nothing better than a ball in a wall. So I'd have like a wall in the backyard, just boom, pass, pass, pass. Or before trainings, I would go and then just train with some teammates and just train before usually, and then because I would wake up at 7, go to school, and then but school was 45 minutes away from me, and so it was inconvenient to go back home to go to training, so I would go straight from school from 3:30 and go to the field, go train with some teammates, and then go train, and then I'd get back home like at 9ish or whatever.
Did you feel like that helped you big time in your development?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, a lot of time because you're just
you put the work in.
You get better, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's like something that's so underrated. Like you can't just do what everyone else is doing. You
Exactly.
gotta do like what are you doing different? Cool. Okay, so you're at SAC. Obviously, you got in the starting lineup. SAC, for those that don't know, SAC is a very good academy team. When I coached with Force, I remember you guys were always like top probably 2 or 3 in the region. What was the furthest you guys went?
What happened? Say that again.
What was the furthest you guys went in the playoffs? You guys were 2 or 3 in the West Coast.
And then, no, we didn't make it. Our 18s made it past. They went to the quarterfinals, but we didn't make it to the. We always made playoffs, but then it's like we'd always like go like second or third in the group, so we didn't make it off group stages.
Got it. So after SAC, you took a gap year. So what is a gap year exactly? I think you might be the first guy on who's had a gap year.
Yeah, gap year. So I played 3 years at Sac Republic. So 2 years. That was my junior and senior year of high school, and then it was at that point where it was like, I was like, I had the discussion with my coach and with my parents. And I was like, I had some offers, but there weren't like schools that I really wanted, right? That I didn't think I was gonna fit into, and so I had the discussion with my coach. It's like, okay, well, how about a gap year? And I was talking to some coaches too, some college coaches. They also suggested a gap year just to develop my game more, and ended up being a great move actually for me because I ended up getting work experience, and so in that gap year, I worked. I took community classes, which helped me once I got here to Santa Clara because I was ahead of everybody else. And then also I was just developing my game soccer-wise. And so ended up being, a blessing in disguise.
What is a gap year? Just define it real quick. Just I'm sure some people don't even know it's an option or what that is.
Yeah,
What is
so gap year is you graduate high school, and then so you have 5 years to play 4 years of soccer. And so your clock, your NCAA clock doesn't start, and so basically that gap year is you could take some. You can take some community classes. You're like a part-time student or whatnot, but you basically don't start your clock yet. Basically, is the point.
So you don't go to a 4-year institution.
Yeah,
You stay with your club team to play another year.
exactly.
And then you take classes online at the community college or at the community college, and then you can work or whatnot.
Exactly.
I think that honestly now, like, it makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. One, like, obviously financially, right? Schools are
Cheaper.
pretty expensive, so you, like, right away you cut that out. But also you still have the college experience, and then also if you're somebody who's like maybe not developed physically or soccer wise, sport wise, you get
Yep.
more time to develop. I think when I was growing up, it was something that, like, it was kind of like you didn't like it was almost like frowned upon a little bit. But now, like, I think there's so much benefit to it. I think it makes a ton. And I highly recommend people looking into that option, especially if you're not getting the offers from schools you want to go to. Because,
Exactly.
ultimately, like, all right, stay at home, do what you said, work experience, continue to train, continue to grind, and then take classes at a community college versus going to an environment maybe you're not very happy with and you end up transferring. It's just kind of like, yeah. So I think that's especially today with COVID, right? Like, a lot of these kids, several Mogility coaches even, like, they're deferred. They were offered Division I spots, but now they're going to defer, and so they're going to train and work. And I think it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just a route. It's just another option available to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Santa Clara. Tell me about how that was. Like, how would that compare to Santa Clara, pretty good, obviously Division I school. How to compare to club? What was the main difference?
I would say the physical aspect I think would be the main aspect. Technical wise, I think it was I think academy is pretty much up there. I think it's more decision making and just the physical aspect part of the game. I think that's the main difference. Everyone has the technical ability. Once you're at this level, it's just now physically, tactically, you got to be aware, and then physical, tactically, and I would say those are the main things right there.
When you say physically, what do you mean? Because I know a lot of kids are like physically, so they just go in the weight room and, like, do bicep curls and, like, bench and stuff. Like, what do you mean physically, specifically?
Well, also, I think you need to get, not necessarily, you don't have to get bigger, stronger, but yeah, there needs to be a certain level of, the stronger or whatnot, but, like, also just quicker, faster. I mean, mentally, you're just aware. You're thinking. Just like you're on the field and you're just, like, mentally awake, mentally aware. You're just I don't know, like, there. If that makes sense.
Yeah, just a speed physically,
Exactly.
mentally, it's faster.
Exactly.
Got it. Cool. What positions have you mostly played at Santa Clara?
Santa Clara, outside back.
For those that don't know, what was that?
11,
What were you gonna
outside
say?
back.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, for those that don't know, Perez, you've been coaching Mogility for like a year and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
Since, like, we kind of, like, started, really, since we started for the most part. And Perez has been training regularly with Mogility. So if you guys check out I remember how many goals he scored last year? Was it one?
Yeah.
It was dirty. For those who haven't seen it, it's straight out of, like, Mogility playbook, like something we work on all the time. Check out the Instagram, but it was, definitely legit. Let's roll that into, what do you like about doing Mogility? So you've been here for like a year and a half. Like, what do you like about it? What do you like about it as a player and also as a coach?
So as a player, I mean, you always hear any session you go to, you'll hear details, details, details. So I would say that's the main thing. But also, my favorite part is the game specific stuff, right? And so you'll be at a Mogility session training, and I'll do, if I'm with you and I'm doing a Mogility session, right, as a player, I'm going to be working on outside back stuff, right? And so it'll be game specific situations to where I'm training this in a Mogility session. Now I'm in a game. I'm in the exact same situation. I'm like, okay, been here, done that. Now I know what to do. I could do this. I could do that because I've trained on it before. So I think that's the best part, the game specific stuff. Coaching, it's the kids. It's just like a mindset. The kids that I coach are just you're training them, and after, I think the best part as a coach is seeing the players develop. Right, you see after a couple of weeks, after a couple of months, it's like they start to get it, and it's not just with the ball, but it's also a mindset. They get there earlier now, and they want to train. They want to be there. The hard work, the determination, you get to see it.
For sure. I'd agree. I'm always curious kind of what different people say. I would totally agree with that, though. I think it's all about the details and game specific stuff. And then as for coaching, yeah, just helping kids improve is huge. So there's something that you've been working on. We announced it last week, but just a heads up, we are doing Mogility podcasts. So what the Mogility podcast is, it's basically these interviews, but it's going to be all on podcast form. So you don't need to be watching these. You can just listen to them when you're working out or driving or whatnot. Anything to say about those?
They will be on Spotify and Apple Music, though, or Apple Podcasts by the end of the week.
Sweet. Yeah, so we're going to get those all up on there. And I think these are great resources, especially to listen to. I honestly listen to these sometimes again, just to kind of like pull some things away. Because you can always learn, you can always improve.
Exactly.
Tell me some things. What are your favorite things about soccer?
Favorite things about soccer? I would say the people that I met, really. The teammates. I mean, I played with people that when I was 8, that I still talk to, that I still hang out with. I go back home. It's like, okay, yeah, let's hang out. I would say the teammates, the friends that I met, the people that you met, the coaches, everything, the staff, the trainers, and everybody. I say that's the best part. But then also it's the competition for me too. I don't like to lose, so that's the main thing too.
Yeah, that's huge. And if anyone wants to play high level, the competition's got to be a part of that.
Yep.
Lastly, what are some things maybe you'd recommend for kids? Let's start with maybe like middle school kids. What would you recommend if you're middle school kids? They want to be you. They want to go and they want to play college soccer, D1 school, good school. What would you recommend for them?
Middle school, I would just say I would say at that age it's all about technical. So, like I said before, there's nothing better than a ball in a wall. Just passing, just getting familiar with the ball on all surfaces of your foot. Really, I would say that's the main thing. Once you get older, I would say high schoolers and you want to go college. I mean, that's when you almost need to be kind of annoying to a point where you're just persistent, just contacting college coaches and whatnot. You need to create your college list, colleges that you want to go to, and you got to contact them every showcase that you go to. Just kind of have a open dialogue with the coaches and whatnot.
I think that's great advice. Sorry, what were you saying?
As you get older, now you're at the college level, you just got to take it up a notch, basically. And then time management's a main thing. Once you get to the college level, I think time management's a big thing. And discipline.
Yeah, I agree. That was something Sienna, right? She talked about too. So elementary school or middle school, technical, ball on the wall, get out, lots of touches, both feet. High school, really focus on the college piece. Like obviously, like preparing yourself physically, mentally, but it's not. Coach not just gonna reach out to you. Got to be like, honestly, like from majority of players, it should be like a class, meaning like that time you spend on it, like your junior, senior year, specific year. But like, it's not just something. Oh, I hope I get emailed by a coach or whatever. It's like, no, it's a class every week doing in that class to accomplish that goal of being recruited to play college soccer. Mm-hmm. And then once you're in college, time management's huge, discipline. So you're like balancing life and social and school and soccer and friends and all that.
Exactly.
Cool. Super valuable. Anything else you want to add on?
I think that's it. I think we covered it all, I would say. I would just say, keep on going after it. Get stuff done. GSD.
Yeah, GSD all day. All right, Prez. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, and I'll see you in a couple days.
Yep. See you, Matt. Thank you.
Okay.